Hi everybody. Been a long time since we did a video. My helper, Rebecca, and I, we've been busy. This is the first day of spring. Doesn't feel like it. March 20th, had a fire this morning. Cold. 30 degrees. Well, we're doing video, honey. We're going to do video. It'd be too shaky. But I wanted to give you a tour of what we've done. My good health. No, honey. No. We're doing video. Alright, we did this last November. Don't act crazy. Did this last November. This is 10 AU bucks from the wildlife group. Chestnuts. Developed with Auburn University. At the far end, down there the two, they're AU buck 2s, which means they drop early. Then there's three threes, drop mid-October. And then these three on the end back here are AU buck 4s, and they drop into December. So can you imagine? I'm going to have chestnuts here dropping from early September all the way to Christmas. And these are for deer and me. We're going to eat them. Set up on the tree line. I'm a bow hunter. If I get deer killed here, I'll be happy, but it's for wildlife. What we've done is, Rebecca, you worked hard, didn't you?
Yeah.
You worked really hard. She actually was good help. We've done, we planted 130 trees the past 4 evenings. We worked in between rain storms, but you know, a few hours here, a few hours there, but we've done 130. These were the Osage orange trees. Anything here with the weed protectors. These were the Osage oranges that I ordered last June, I think, from a guy in Pennsylvania. I didn't know, and well, unbeknownst to me, our Missouri Department of Conservation has a nursery down in Licking, Missouri. These are the Osage orange I ordered from them at, I think, 40 cents a piece. 40 cents a piece, and I paid, I don't know, $10 a piece for these. And, not much difference. So anyway, Rebecca and I back here in this brush line, we planted 25 Osage orange, which are native to Missouri. Matter of fact, the farm I grew up on, we had them in the creek bottoms. Always loved the trees. I've never seen a deer eat them, but I don't know if they would, but I know coons will, possums. It's for wildlife, and these things, they're hard to see. I apologize for that, but I planted them so they're going to grow into a natural hedge, natural fence. My thinking being, I have a plan, you know, wrap all the way around the corner here, but they'll grow together, be a natural fence. Matter of fact, the homesteaders planted these fence because the cattle can't get through them. They'll grow together, but I want to funnel these deer past one of these trees back here to get to my chestnuts in a few years from now. To funnel the deer, walk by me. Even I should be able to hit one at 10-15 steps with a bow, recurve bow. But that's it. Chestnuts here, AU bucks from the wildlife group. Couldn't be happier. Some of those trees were so full of chestnut burrs when I got them in November. Couldn't barely get them into tubes. So I'll pull the tubes here next couple weeks and prune them if need be. Or anything that grows off below the grass here in the spring, in the summer. I'll do that at least once a year. So here we go. AU chestnuts, 10 trees. I'm going to order some more. I know I'm going to. No, up. You walk off. We're doing a video. You be part of the video. So, Osage here. Chestnuts, apologize for making you dizzy. Come on around. This is, see those trees here? That's wild persimmons that were here. But, there's some big persimmons back in the trees in the woods. But according to the books, it could take 10 years to get persimmons, and that's if you have a female. I'm not a tree expert. But one of these, I let them stay, and there's more back here in the brush. So they get fertilized. Who knows? I could have some persimmons here. Speaking of that, you see my, that's my orchard, the beginning of it, up here on the hill. Come on, baby. This way. Walk up a little closer. I did some clearing here. This is all overgrown, and I mean briars, weeds, trees, 10, 12 foot tall in here. I still need to clean this up. the reason I came up here. You see all the trees. I'm going to do another row here to the right. This is, I'm not going to walk up there, but that's a clover plot. Whitetail Institute clover. And I'm telling you, you couldn't walk 30 feet in that plot, 40 feet without stepping on deer poop. It worked out, exceeded expectations. I'm going to fertilize it here the next few weeks. So I want to do that. But my apples, Wildlife Group again, could not be happier. These things, you know, it was rootstock, a stick with roots, and they all did so well. But there's going to be another row here, and another row to the left up there, and then I'm going to continue this down into here. I promised my bride I wouldn't plant out here in her yard. This was all overgrown too, by the way, but I've been mowing it, and look how nice it looks. Anyway, from the brush line right here to the right up the hill is all going to be orchard to the far end. But these trees are coming. I have 28 apple trees and two more Japanese persimmons coming from the Wildlife Group, due to deliver March 28th. March 28th if UPS is on time. So because my schedule, unless something comes up, I'm off the 29th and 30th of March. That Thursday, Friday, I'm going to plant these trees. But that's what we're going to do. I laid it out on paper, and you have to make sure you plant them correctly. Of course, 20-foot spacing. They're all semi-dwarf trees, but 20-foot spacing, but it's pollination that matters. I got all the flavors that pollinate each other, and I laid a grid out on paper, so it'll be fine. Kind of excited. And of course, you can see this brush up here I piled up. When I cleared this food plot, I didn't know what I was going to do. It all started, I wanted a food plot. And I laid this brush up here. Didn't burn it because I wanted to leave something for the rabbits, wildlife, and they need brush piles. There's a dove right there. Pretty neat. No, yes. Oh, was that quail? What was it? I couldn't tell. Damn. That was neat. That could have been quail. I bet it was. Anyway, I left the brush here. Now what I'll do, it's going to be in the way. I'll just come down. I'll continue my lines. I want them straight, but straight up here a line, new line of trees. I'm going to extend these rows out according to my grid, and if need be, I'll chainsaw the pile a little bit so I can plant the tree. Well, the blessing is 2 or 3 years they'll start producing, but the point is I have time to let these things rot down, or when the time comes, drag them out and burn them. So, but this will all get cleared. That's the blessing. I can plant these trees and then come back and finish this. You can see my brush pile down there. We burned, didn't we? We had a big burning down here, didn't we? We did that earlier. In that pile, we couldn't get burned because we had ice storms, ice and snow. Hold on. I know. You see that cedar? There'll be a ladder stand laid up in there eventually. The apples I ordered, all heirloom, old apples. I don't want the kind of apple you can go buy at the store. Arkansas blacks. I'm gonna have over 10, I think 10 Arkansas black trees. It all started because I wanted them. Can't find Arkansas black. Best apple I've ever eaten. Apologize if I'm rambling. But back to what we planted. We did. Of course, there's about 30 Osage orange, AU chestnuts. Back here in the corners, believe it or not, I planted some eastern red cedars. We did 50 cedar trees back in the brush. And of course, it's going to be, I like cedars. I just do. But it's good for the birds and visual screen for the neighbors that you can't really see. Good for the birds. Here you see the yellow flags. That's some pawpaws. It's probably too far out in the sun, but there's a bunch of pawpaws. There's 25. No, that's not right. 10 pawpaws up here in the brush. They like shade. I planted 3 out here with the flags. I marked them so I won't mow them, brush hug them, which I'm going to do. I'm going to come up here and when everything starts to grow, I'm going to kill it all with crossbow chemical and mow this. And eventually there'll be more apples. I'll probably be able to fit all the apples from the cedar tree west, from cedar tree to the right this year, and then gives me time to get this thing ready and do it right. So eventually this is all going to be apples. See that tree here just standing by itself? That's a wild bush plum, and it's going to be in full glory here in a few weeks. bloom, and that's the first color, at least typically, that tree will bloom white, beautiful white. That's the first color you see in Missouri, even before the dogwoods, typically. So that thing, I left it. It was so brushy in here last spring, I couldn't tell what it was, couldn't get to it. Damn briars are 12 foot tall, but I could see, you know, flashes of white. And then when I started clearing this, I realized what it was. And there's also some possum haw in here that's going to stay. But from the gate up, I'm going to do more split rail cedar fence. It's going to be nice. Get this thing done. But back to what I planted. Sorry, everybody. I did, this is just for me. These are some black gums, a couple cedars, but these are black gums. The prettiest tree, in my opinion. Need to fill it in. We had 2 inches of rain. Black gums for me, cedars for wildlife, pawpaws for wildlife, deciduous hollies for wildlife. So we're trying to do habitat management. Eventually, I'll get this thing to live long enough to get this thing right. So, yeah, back here in this corner, I did a lot of cedars. Of course, in the brush, I had to promise my wife I wouldn't do anything to the yard. But that's, oh, by the way, that is thornless blackberries. And they're awesome. Those berries were awesome, weren't they? We were eating right there. So, sometime around the first week of June, we will feast on berries, won't we? We'll eat those blackberries. Yes. Yeah. So blackberries, chestnuts.
Look at me go!
One of my archery targets that fell over. Boy, that we've not been shooting. And then Osage orange around the back. Yes, and we did last night. We had some deer hanging in this shed this year. And next season I will have my cooler. I will, if I have to frame it out, I'm going to have a cooler. And there's the orchard. And of course my timber goes on back. Thanks everybody. Sorry if I rambled. But well, yeah, we're doing the work, aren't we, Rebecca? The trees come in March 28th. And, of course, if I'm not too busy in town, we're trying to get a house finished. But I'll get these things planted and do it right up here, and I'll do another video. All right, everybody. Thank you.